Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Tango Story in China. Here today we are with the professional tango teacher, Gabby from Tango Cool. Hi Gabby.
Hello, good morning. Okay, so I started to dance tango in 1998, long time ago. Before I dance other dances, I dance rock and roll, I dance many other dances, but just for fun, just for. And then I choose tango, and when I discovered the tango, the first impression was like he, my friend took me to a milonga one day. He say, "Come to see tango." No, I dance rock and roll. Tango is for all people. I say. He say, "You will surprise." And suddenly he say, "Let's go to take a coffee." And we went to take a coffee, and suddenly he introduced me in a milonga. I say, "You bring me to a tango place. I told you I don't like tango." And he say, "Look, the coffee costs the same price outside and inside. We stay 1 hour. If you don't like, no need to stay. We go another place." So I stay. He introduced me all the young dancers, all the professionals. I sit in the main table with all of them, and I was sitting like this, watching the dance floor. He was talking about Roberto Banina, the names of the dancers. I don't know who is who. And 2 hours later, he asked me, "Hey, are you okay?" I say, "What happened? Yeah, you are okay? You are boring?" "No, no, it's okay. It's okay. It's interesting." I say, "And what do you think about tango?" I say, this one does good. Yes. This one does bad. Yes. Tango is very easy. I say, yeah, compared to the rock and roll that you have a lot of movement, and tango looks so easy. So he say, well, maybe you should try one lesson one day. And I try. Oh my God, it was so difficult. So difficult the first day. Wow. It was a big crisis for me. After this, I don't know why, but I keep trying. And finally, with the time, slowly, I start to feel more confident. But take me very long time to enter in the dance floor, like 7 months taking lesson and watching. And one day I step in. Actually, I didn't step in. One girl grabbed me from here, say, "Come on, okay, I dance with you. Dance with me. Okay, I dance with you." And I feel like, oh, the basic step, everybody watch, you dance. Calm down, calm down. And I start to dance, and I realized when you are beginner, no one look at you. Yeah. In this moment, in the dance floor in Argentina, when I go to dance, it was, I don't know, super famous names practicing, because I go to a place that you practice in the night. And they dance very good. So people is watching the others. If you don't dance good, they choose to watch another one. It's automatic, your eyes don't follow the bad dancer. When you see something not good, your eyes make look and find another one that's good. So I say that, okay, I am anonymous. I like this because I feel more relaxed and I can start to dance easy. Then in this moment, I work I was a accountant. I make other things in my life. I have my studio. I have my professional career. Tango was not an option for me. It was just a hobby. Yeah, and also I say I don't want to change my hobby to be a profession because I will lose the passion. But actually, it doesn't happen like this. It happens totally the opposite. The more you teach, the most you see the people improving, the most you create communities, you start to realize that your work is very important for people uh, have another value. It's not a value of money, it's a value of life. Yeah. So I choose this. I embrace it.
And would you mind tell us what bring you to Shanghai right now? Because it seems it take a long way dancing in the milonga now being a tango teacher.
How I start to teach in Shanghai.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
in 2008, I started to travel in Europe very much, very like two times per year. And in 2016, they invite me to come to China. And the first time I come to Shanghai, I feel shocked. Like, I mean, you have a lot of ideas of how can be China, but when you see this really with your eyes, you cannot believe it's so big city, so modern, so much people, and everything moves so fast. And I feel like, wow, this is a huge city, but the tango community was so small, you know. So I decided in 2018, I say, okay, I have some value that I want to bring to China, because I think that mm, somehow the people watch the videos of the dancers, but the videos that you can watch maybe are from after 2015, 2018. So what they see is already something that is the student of some dancer, you know. They don't see the original source. They see some couple that they dance good, but they don't see how they where they coming from, you know, the origin of the style, or the origin of the step, or the origin of the, they don't see the source, you know. So it's just you have a nice idea, but you don't have the the, the, the the base idea, the essential idea that make you dance better easy. Yeah, you just see the final product, but you don't see the ingredients. Yeah, ingredients.
Yeah.
So I want to, yeah. It's a long story. It's more than, if I jump to Shanghai, it's like the end of the story, you know. Uh, Shanghai, I first in 2000, I started in 98. In 2003, I started to organize my first practice,
Mm-hmm.
and I invite a group of friends, yeah, semi-professional dancers, and, and people who are trying to become professional, you know. So we create our practice to improve, to realize what is the technique also, because in this moment every teacher have a different way to call the steps, you know. Someone say molinete and it was a turn of 4 steps, and another say molinete and was 1 2 3. So no one have the same notation for the movements. And also the tango stage was getting very strong, but many of the stage steps was fake. I mean, it was like the lady lift the leg because she know in this moment she need to lift the leg, and the man carry her, but it was not organic, not natural, you know, not leadable. Yeah, they don't lead this. They just make this because they know it's the choreography, but they don't really. We call this. It's not true. Yeah, it's fake because they make the pose, but they don't lead the pose. So for us, it was not true. So we create a practice to try to discover how we see something on the stage and we want to say, okay, maybe we can lead this, because we know that they don't lead this, but we can lead this. So we try to find the mechanics of the body and the ways to lead this, you know. So that's why for us in this moment was very nice to imagine. Yeah. I was talking with a friend of mine, a professional dancer I respect very much, Mariana Flores. She told me, in our generation, we are very lucky because our masters, they just tell you what, but they don't know the how, you know. So we need to make all the process to discover how the movement works, how the movement is possible to make together, lead, and the mechanic of the body. That's why I start to study anatomy, I start to study biomechanic, I start to make exchange with other dancers of ballet, modern dance, contact improvisation. You know, I exchange. I was in a place that I can exchange with them and give them like, okay, I teach you tango, you teach me modern dance. I teach you tango, you teach me contact improvisation. So we make like a exchange just for fun, you know. I teach you tango, you teach me Pilates. I teach you tango, you teach me Feldenkrais. I teach you tango, you teach me what the name of the other one? Okay, many techniques. So after this, I start to realize a little bit more how the movement works. All this, I was still working on finances. Okay, my work was not tango. This is just my passion, you know.
Yeah.
And
How yeah.
one day, some friends of mine visit Argentina from Australia, and they say, "What is this technique? Because you explain the things different. You have a different." And they say, I say, "Look, I'm not teacher, but we rent a room. You come and explain me what you are talking about." Yeah. So I explain them the axis, how it works, and they say, But this is very useful. No one who teach you this. No one who teach this. No one. So you need to teach this, Gabi. I am a candidate. You have something that the community needs. If I knew this before I take the famous festival, I will learn faster, easier. So you have something that the people don't know, and it's your duty to give this to the people, Gabi. You make a very good. Okay, okay, you're right. So slowly, slowly, I start to accept. People ask me for private lesson, for group lesson, and so slowly, slowly, I start to accept. People say you make private lesson. I can make. I say I can do. So the people start to come, and I start to show them. The problem in this moment, I didn't synthesize. I didn't have the concept, you know. To, I try to explain, but with too many words and too many logic that the people interesting, but I feel that it's not totally helpful for them 100%. And then I realized that you need to just give the people what they need. Okay, no, not all what you know, but you need to teach what people need. From all your library, you need to find the book and the part of the book that they need to read to understand what they need. So this was my work to organize the information and create exercises just for the adapted to the each student. Yeah. And this is what I do last 20 years of my life, 25 years of my life, mm, trying to improve the system. And once I started in Buenos Aires, I met with these friends and we created a practice in 2003. We call this virtual space because we work in the concept of the Tango Nuevo, the modern thing. So it was everything can be. So then we call this free space. Yeah. So free space was more like, okay, we exchange, and it was more like everybody come. If you want to learn, learn. If you want to teach, teach. If you want to say something, say. If you want to ask, ask. You know, like was a free exchange place. Yeah. The idea was to start to share this with more people to bring more people. In this moment, the Tango Nuevo masters they moved to United States and Europe, and in Argentina stay just the second level, us. So we start to create a movement, yeah. And then we decide to create a party, yeah. So we make a party, and 100 something people come, more than 100 people, you know. For we was totally no one know us, you know. We just go to Milonga, go to practice, but I mean, we was just few people, but we bring more than 100, 150 people, you know, very, very big for the first time. So then we make this 2, 3 times, and then we decide maybe we need to open a practice open to the public, yeah, and the people will like to join us, and it works. It works slowly, slowly. Then I moved to another place. Oh, it's a long story. Then it happened something in Argentina. One disco burned 2003, end of 2003, and many people passed away in the accident. You know, so the government decided to close all. So in this moment, we still can open because we don't count like a dance place. We just meet in a private space. So in this moment, more and more and more people come, and finally we say, okay, we will need to find another place because this is already too many people, and we went to Villa Malcolm. It's a club that in this moment was like just one practice on Monday and nothing else, and no one go, and it's very like no one know this place. Actually, this place have a lot of story of tango. Was very famous in tango, but in the 70s, end of the 70s, they stopped the activities, and then all the activities come. It was just for old people. They try 1, 2 times, they stop, and it was like empty, you know, like no more tango place. For young people, they don't realize this is a tango place. Old people, they always say, when I was young, I go to Villa Malcolm. But in this moment, no one, the young people don't realize that this is a good location place and very big. And I create the Tango Cool. in Villa Malcolm, and we start with like 60 people, then we become 80, then 120, 150, and at the end it was like 400, 500 people per night. It was very, very big, and many of the big dancers starting perform for the first time in Tango Cool. Because in this moment, the traditional milongas, the milongueros don't want you to cut the milonga for some beginner want to perform. You know, some new couple want to show their steps. They only, if you are someone famous, someone, yeah, okay, I will see you dancing. But if you are new, find another place. So we create this other place. Yeah, so many couples super famous today, they perform for the first time in Tango Cool. I can say names, but maybe they don't like. Bring this value to China, you know, the original taste, the original flavor. Yeah, I always say it's like when you travel in another country and you say, "Oh, I want to eat Chinese food," and you go to eat Chinese food, and the Chinese food doesn't taste the same, you know. So what I want to bring is the original flavor here, that you feel what we feel, you know.
Yeah, you don't say the food in Chinatown tastes the same as it's in China. So, I know many students they come to tango because of a movie called The Scent of a Woman, but they don't really know the history about the Argentine tango. Would you tell your student about the history, or you just let them do the research on their own?
Yeah, I I think this movie is a Hollywood movie. Okay, have some kind of spirit of tango. Yeah, they dance, the man, the woman, the respect, the embrace, the love, the empathy, you know, the protecting, and this kind of things is yeah, it's part of the tango meaning, but the style, the dance, the choreography they make is totally Hollywood style. It's not the turum, pam. It's not the tango as we dance. But I have to say, thanks to this movie, we have a lot of people interested in tango. Otherwise, it will never arrive here so easy tango because it's. I think that they need something to step in, you know, and I appreciate this movie actually uh, launch the tango, and then the people can see what is tango, you know. But at least this movie helped the tango to flourish in China. It's
Yeah,
not the real tango, but not the Argentinian tango, yeah. But it's okay. At least help us to.
it's a good marketing strategy.
What I feel. mm, what I feel is the tango today is not the same of the traditional old style. Yeah, I will not be attached to the old style because I was tango cool. I I impulse the tango nuevo in Argentina like excuse for the young people to start to dance tango. For me, I think many tango people go against us because they think that we are the anti-tango. We will destroy the tango, the culture and the tradition. And actually, we just create a space that make people from theater, from other dances, from ballet, from modern dance, from I don't know, young people interested in tango with electronic music. We just make the tango something more close to the generation we focus on. So I am not the right person to say tango, the tradition is like this because I didn't born like this and I mm, don't want that people also think that the tango need to be very strict. But what I feel is to understand what is in between, need to avoid also to get in the confusion, you know, that everything can be everything. Okay, let's find from here to here the borders of the possibilities, you know. Otherwise, I see everybody want to create his own tango at the beginning, you know. Then they realize that the tango is more than just what you want to create, but you need to also focus a little bit more in the. There is things that you cannot avoid. This is what I mean. Once you listen the music deep, and when you connect with the music, there is something that finally you will dance more or less in one way and not in every way you want. Otherwise, you are totally out of the context. You know, when you dance tango, I don't know, you dance Troilo, 1941, and it's 1941. You know, it's you cannot dance like 2000. Tango is 1941. So you enter, and finally, when you understand, you will calm down